Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Al-Nassr dying January bid for Manchester United right back Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Saudi Pro League club Al-Nassr are prepared to bid for Manchester United right back Aaron Wan-Bissaka before the end of the January transfer window, according to the Daily Telegraph. The Englishman has been regularly linked with an exit in recent months, but he had the 12-month extension deal in his current contract triggered, and his contract runs until next year. However, Wan-Bissaka, who Inter Milan are reportedly willing to sign in exchange for Denzel Dumfries, could be on his way to Saudi in a deal likely to at least triple the £90,000 he currently earns per week at United. The billionaire-owned Al-Nassr pay Cristiano Ronaldo £3.4 million per week, while Sadio Mane earns £650,000 a week. With Laporte earning £400,000 per week, Wan-Bissaka could be making up to £300,000 per week at the Saudi club, and the move could prove too tempting to turn down for the former Crystal Palace star. Al-Nassr saw Tottenham Hotspur knock back their £20 million bid for Emerson Royal, and it remains to be seen if they plan to bid more for the Man United fullback. The Red Devils paid £45 million up front in a £50 million deal for Wan-Bissaka in 2019, but are unlikely to get up to that from the Saudis, and they could be forced to do business this month when they have a chance to get something worthwhile from his sale. The 26-year-old has featured in 17 games across all competitions this season and weighed in with 2 assists, and triggering his contract extension option was largely to protect his value. Man United need to start selling players to balance the books and remain compliant with financial fair play policies. Cashing in on Wan-Bissaka when they still can represent a good piece of business as they look to kickstart a major squad overhaul ahead of the summer transfer window. INEOS is keen to get Raphael Varane's wages off the books. Manchester United's defense has been far from watertight this campaign, conceding the second most goals en route to an embarrassing group stage exit from the Champions League. Manager Erik has hardly been able to pick a stable back four, with all the big-name stars missing due to injury for varying length of time. Raphael Varane's United career has been extremely injury-ridden, with the Frenchman missing close to 40 games since his move to Old Trafford 2 seasons ago. The Dutch manager was forced to overlook the former Real Madrid star for 2 months this season, as he simply could not trust a player whose injury record was so troublesome. And now, despite revealing his wish to retire in Manchester, the World Cup winner could be set to leave in the summer transfer window. The former France international's contract is set to end in the summer of 2024 instead of 2025 as earlier reported, and United had reportedly opted against triggering the 1-year extension option in his deal, which had not pleased the 30-year-old. And Football Insider have claimed that the club want to get rid of Varane's extremely high wages from the books, as the INEOS regime plan to bring about a more efficient wage structure. There were plans of offering the centre-back a new deal on reduced wages, but no urgency is being shown from the club's end, which could signify a parting of ways is in order. The report read, Man United are preparing to allow Raphael Varane to depart Old Trafford at the end of his contract in June, sources have told Football Insider. A well-placed source has told Football Insider that the Red Devils are in no rush to greenlight an extension for the centre-back. It's believed an exit is the most likely outcome, with the club chiefs keen to get Varane's big wages off the books at Old Trafford. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is reportedly open to getting Casemiro's wages off the books as well, with a potential contract termination proposal also being studied. Manchester United forward Mason Greenwood is edging close to a move to Barcelona. Manchester United forward Mason Greenwood is edging closer to a move to Barcelona, having been monitored by the La Liga giants all season, according to The Sun. The Red Devils academy graduate moved to Getafe on loan last summer after his parent club decided it was best for both parties to part ways after his legal troubles. He was arrested in January 2022 and subsequently charged with attempted rape, assault, and controlling and coercive behavior in October 2022. While the Crown Prosecution Service dropped the charges against him due to a withdrawal of key witnesses in February 2023, Man United were ready to sell him. Barcelona hope to tie up a deal soon to make Greenwood their player in June, and the 22-year-old is also keen on joining them. An agreement between both clubs is next on the agenda, as Barca have been impressed, having scouted him 6 times this season. Valencia and Real Sociedad are also keeping tabs on the Man United-owned forward, following his return of 3 goals and 4 assists in 16 La Liga games, while Getafe inserted a 20% sell-on clause in the deal that brought him to Spain on loan, despite paying nothing for him. Greenwood still dreams of playing for the England national team, but his chances are slim due to the mess he landed himself in 2 years ago. A move to Barcelona would be massive for Greenwood, and he has the potential to become a big player for the club, while his Premier League career may have ended. The Man United attacker is slowly re-establishing himself in the Spanish top flight. He could soon be turning out for one of the biggest clubs on the planet and playing regular Champions League football if the rumors are true. Dan Gore completes loan move to League One club Port Vale. Manchester United midfielder Dan Gore has joined Port Vale on a loan deal for the remainder of the season, as confirmed by ManUnited.com. This will be Gore's first proper taste of professional football. Several clubs were interested in securing the 19-year-old's services, but the League One club gave him assurances of regular football. Gore was named Man United's Under-21 Player of the Year last season. He made his senior debut in the League Cup victory over Crystal Palace in September. His Premier League debut came in the Red Devils' 3-2 home win over Aston Villa on Boxing Day. Gore's current deal with United expires in 2025. He will return to Old Trafford after completing his 6-month stay at Port Vale. A loan move for the highly rated ace makes complete sense, considering the pool of midfielders at Erik Ten Hag's disposal. Casemiro and Mason Mount are close to returning to the first team after spending a significant spell on the sidelines. Christian Eriksen is fully fit and is back in action, while Kobbie Mainoo has emerged as a solid option in midfield and should feature more regularly. Scott McTominay is another alternative, particularly if the Red Devils need goals. Gore must take inspiration from Mainoo and Alejandro Garnacho. The youngsters have shown they are ready to feature regularly for Man United. The 20-time English champions will be eager to see him develop into a first-team star in the future. Man United will have to pay €25 million to sign Boca Juniors wonderkid Aaron Anselmino. Manchester United will have to pay €25 million to sign Boca Juniors wonderkid Aaron Anselmino before the transfer window closes on February 1. Anselmino is one of the best emerging centre-backs in Argentina, and Planet Boca Juniors report that United have already made inquiries for the 18-year-old. AC Milan are also interested in the teenager, but Boca won't entertain anything less than €25 million to part ways with the defender before the winter transfer deadline. The Argentine Giants recently lost the services of Valentin Barco to Brighton and Hove Albion. The Premier League club triggered a €9.2 million release clause in his contract. To avoid a repeat, Boca recently handed a new deal to Anselmino with a 18.4 million euros buyout clause. That value has increased to 25 million euros for the final days of the transfer window. The 18-year-old has made only 5 senior appearances for Boca, but he has been impressive. The young centre-back is a strong ball-playing centre-back. He has won 68% of his ground and aerial duels per game with an average of nearly 3 tackles won. He has also caught the eye with his recovery pace and ability to clear his lines. Boca are aware of his huge potential and seem reluctant to accept less than 25 million euros for his services. United may not afford the fee up front due to financial fair play issues. A loan deal with an obligation to buy is a possibility, but the club may have other plans in mind. With Sofiane Mrabet already on loan, the Red Devils can register only one more loan signing. They are likely to focus on the acquisition of a striker on a short-term deal. Hence, any move for Anselmino could be delayed until the summer, but the hierarchy need to engage with the player via his entourage to convince him to join the club. Barcelona to push for wonder kid transfer, as Fabrizio Romano also comments on Man United links. Transfer news expert Fabrizio Romano has spoken about the situation with the Swedish wonder kid Lucas Bergvall, who is being targeted by Barcelona. The talented young midfielder has clearly been on the radar of several top clubs for some time, with Romano explaining that as many as 15 teams have sent their scouts to watch him. Still, speaking exclusively to Count Offside for his latest column for the Daily Briefing, Romano made it clear that he is not aware of Manchester United ever having held talks over signing Bergvall, despite rumours linking them with the 17-year-old. One imagines the Red Devils might have some awareness of Bergvall and his impressive performances, but it seems for now that it's Barca who are pushing the strongest to sign him, while Romano also mentioned interest from Bundesliga side Eintracht Frankfurt. It would surely be hard for Bergvall to say no to someone like Barcelona, though it could also be that he'd fancy his chances of playing more regular first-team football somewhere like Eintracht. For now, however, it seems there is nothing to link with Man United, though perhaps he will be someone who comes up as an option for them in the future. Romano said the following: Man United have also been linked previously with Lucas Bergvall, who is now being targeted by Barcelona. While all the top clubs in Europe have scouted Bergvall, I could mention 15 clubs. I have never been aware of negotiations with United. Barca and Frankfurt are the two most concrete clubs in this race now, and I'm told Barcelona will push again in the next few days. Manchester United keen on former Tottenham star to replace £80 million man. The Red Devils are reportedly interested in former Tottenham and current Sporting Lisbon winger Marcus Edwards, after a promising first season at Old Trafford for Erik ten Hag, which saw his side finish third and left silverware. Many tipped Man United as potential title challengers before the beginning of the season, but just over the halfway mark, they currently sit in 7th place and are out of all European competitions. This poor form has led to a lot of criticism being thrown at the Dutch manager, with his perceived failings in the transfer market a big sticking point. The most frequently mentioned has been the major outlay on his former player Antony, who has had an underwhelming time at the club since signing last season. According to reports from Football Transfers via Team Talk, the club are keeping an eye on Sporting Lisbon winger Edwards as a potential replacement. The 25-year-old has the versatility to play on either side of the attack, as well as a traditional attacking midfielder, grabbing 6 goals and 5 assists for the Portuguese side so far this campaign. The report claims that a deal could be done for around the £30 million mark, although they will have to wait until the summer transfer window. Man United hold talks over Arsenal transfer target, who may have €40 million clause, says expert. Manchester United are the only club to hold formative talks over a potential transfer for Bologna forward Joshua Zirkzee so far, despite interest from others such as Arsenal, according to Ben Jacobs. Writing in his exclusive daily briefing column for this week, Jacobs told Count Offside that there remains some confusion over Zirkzee's situation this summer, as he may have a €40 million release clause, though his club have insisted that only applies as a buyback clause for Bayern Munich. Zirkzee has caught the eye in Serie A, and it would be exciting to see the talented young Dutchman moving to the Premier League in the near future, with both Arsenal and United clearly in need of signings up front. The Red Devils have not seen the best of Marcus Rashford or Rasmus Højlund this season, so there could be room for another option for Erik ten Hag to rotate with those two. Arsenal, meanwhile, are in a decent position, but a clear weakness in their squad seems to be the inconsistent finishing of players like Jesus and Edin Ketaya, with Zirkzee perhaps an upgrade in that area of the pitch. Discussing Zirkzee's situation, Jacobs said, "In terms of possible signings, there is plenty of interest in Bologna's Joshua Zirkzee. The 22-year-old has 7 goals in 15 Serie A games this season. Arsenal and Manchester United are both tracking the Dutch forward with a view to the summer. Tottenham could also enter the race. There remains some confusion over Zirkzee's €40 million summer release clause, but Bologna director Marco Di Veo insists it's only valid for Bayern. A return to Bayern is unlikely, but not impossible. Manchester United are the only Premier League club to date to begin any formative talks. Ajax, who considered Zirkzee last summer, also retain an interest, but will struggle to meet the asking price." As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.